I don't know how it gets this point, dude. It's the divisional round of the 2023 season.
It's the divisional round of the best show ever.
Of the best show ever, that's right.
Best show. Alliance team that will not yield. Blue and silver wave. Stand and cheer the brave. Rah, rah, rah. All right, down the field and gain a Lions victory. Huh? I'm telling you, we know our stuff here. Listen. Don't worry, opening singing is not going to become a regular thing with the show, but, change it up. Lions! Oh my gosh, 1991!
Okay. When did you feel comfortable to celebrate? When in the game? Was it with the last
like
tick
an
of the
hour
clock?
after? Because, it happened. There was no way that I didn't think Stafford was going to lead them down. And I'm like, this is it. It is playing out. Our destiny, our fate is playing out before our eyes.
You and Pheng were predicting that like a month and a half before. You were predicting that
like
that far in advance.
Exactly what was going to go down.
It was exactly it.
Yeah, so...
there was one pass where Stafford made where he goes sidearm, and then it was like around the lineman. It was sidearm. It's going to complete.
No look.
And I was looking at that, I'm like... Oh, geez,
he's so good.
Right? That's right. He's going to do it. Oh, my gosh, he's going to do it.
He's so good.
Oh, jeez.
Unbelievable.
So, okay, now tell me, you get
we're going with the Browns get up because, one, I won and the Browns lost, so that's great. And two, I'm not going back. Listen, I took the Stafford jersey off for the playoffs, and I can't go back to it. I got to ride this thing out. It's going to be this ugly brown color. Until I'm not knocking the Browns fans. We're sorry. I feel bad for the Browns fans because they did. I do. There was a lot of hype going into that game for them, and I bought into it. I was all in on the Browns. I was.
So back to we mentioned it last week. You talked a little bit about being stitious or superstitious.
Yes.
So you're definitely.
I'm a lot stitious. I'm certainly a lot stitious. Yeah. I haven't showered, so there's certain things that you just aren't going to change until this run is over. It was, my goodness, we could be in the NFC Championship game.
You know what? Okay, you can't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, no. We're losing to Baker. You know why we're losing to Baker? It's because all that hype machine I did talking about Baker. If you remember. So we've got a show out there. It was our pre-show. Was it last season? It was because it was our pre-show. Not this year, last year. Yeah. It's out there where I'm like, the Lions got to get Baker. The Lions got to get Baker Mayfield. And they didn't, thank goodness. But I've said a lot of dumb things on this show. I'll document it, like Dallas beating Green Bay.
Okay, so you've got Carl, Mr. Superstitious Carl. You've got Doug. You've got Fire and Brimm Sports, the divisional round show. So the first question is:
have you seen this show before?
Have you seen the show before? Should Carl change his tune? Okay, he's been really just like...
Change my tune?
You've been playing tight. You're like a poker player playing tight. You're not going to say anything positive about the Lions. You've been doing this all season long.
Yeah.
From the get-go, from preseason. No.
We just opened up with the Lions fight song, man. Rah, 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 down the field and game. Listen, if the Lions lose now after I open the show with that... You can't tempt karma and fate, man. You can't do that. Like, I'm scared of Tampa. I'm scared of Baker. Baker
should be.
That whole show, all I talked about is Baker's dangerous. Baker's dangerous. Like, it's going to come back. That's all I'm going to hear. It's going to haunt me. The whole day.
That's one of the fun things about doing this show is that, or fun, maybe from a masochistic side, whatever we say, there's somebody out there that goes, you said that.
You're an idiot either. But here, it doesn't matter. Right. You're an idiot either. Anyway, you go. That's one thing we've learned doing this show is,
you have to have thick skin.
Thick skin.
Lions, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Let's go. I just can't. That was fantastic. What a win. All
right, we'll quickly go over the records. Win. Okay, overall, last week you were 2-4.
Terrible.
I was 3-3.
Just terrible.
Colorado Sports came down a little bit.
He won. He's got his trophy. He's got his championship.
He's got his championship. He's all in.
That trophy, literally. I don't want him looking for a trophy. He's like, where's the trophy? I get a trophy.
Okay, bang on me about the Kool-Aid pick, but I will tell you what. This is one that I'm fine with it.
I'm not. You lost it. This is where we start to go a different direction. This is not fun. All right, this show is not for anyone's enjoyment.
I know.
This is a serious handicapping show intended to deliver winners out of our expertise of handicapping football games, not goofiness. Okay, this is a serious handicapping show.
You know what?
I need some downward realism. You stop playing games and picking the Lions on your Kool-Aid bag.
You know what? You're right.
That's right.
You're right.
Gosh darn it.
You're absolutely right.
Listen, it's the first time watching. It could be. It's your first time watching. This is a
serious handicapping show. That's right.
That's right.
Except maybe when it gets to the Kool-Aid pick. But okay.
I mean, I'm sure you could. Yeah, you got to get that shipped. You got time to get. You're 8-11. You got to get all. You got to go 3-0 down the stretch.
There are 7 games left.
Yeah, 3 Kool-Aid picks.
Yeah, there's 7.
There's only
3 Kool-Aid picks left. So if I go 3-3, I finish 11-11. Or if I go 3-0, I finish 11-11. Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the Kool-Aid pick out. I'm gonna get behind it. As long as you don't do something dumb like take a 10-point favorite in the playoffs.
We'll see.
Do something dumb. Here's the thing. Go ahead. Go back.
All right. Some of the records, I'm only listening to anybody that was above 500. A lot of people got smoked by the Browns and the Dolphins. I mean, that took a hit. All out Broncos, nice 5-1. Cody Dunbar, another 5-1. Mr. Assassin, I mean, what do you want to say about him?
Listen,
Robert Cobb, Dan Campbell.
His FanDuel account's got to be beautiful.
It's got to be beautiful. That's right. All right. Robert Cobb did get the 3-team parlay.
Somebody hit it.
I told you the Browns.
Listen, okay. This right here looks like a goofball amateur doing a 3-team parlay. I'm embarrassed. Listen, just okay is not okay. And this is terrible.
What would you have done different?
Because
what would you have done different?
I took 2 road teams.
Yeah.
Right? Again, and one is a favorite.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
No.
There's no way I take Miami.
Yeah.
Well, Tampa, I was locked in on Tampa. I love Tampa. Yeah. Philly was on their way out.
That was a great pick.
I love Tampa all the way. I should have had Green Bay in there but I had this euphoricness about Dallas that I didn't know what was going on, but covering big spreads. But
yeah,
Kansas City at home, Houston at home. The home crowds to me outside of Dallas, they were a joke. The home field. Like, you really felt the crowds in these games.
Did.
The Lions game, the Tampa Bay game,
especially
the Kansas City, the Buffalo game. Those home crowds, like, that's different than a regular
Makes
season
a difference.
game. That's
Makes
not like,
difference.
they're playing at Buffalo. This is the playoff home crowds. Man, they were electric.
Oh, they were.
Yeah,
they were
electric. Yeah, Dallas didn't have time to be electric because they were down 21-0 before people got to their seats. Before they got their popcorn ready.
Yes, my good. Okay, let's do this because we're going to get to the board pretty quickly. This could be a shorter show than normal because we're going to get right to the board.
I got it. Probably going to be 28 minutes.
All right. Okay, so it was wild card weekend last week. Any wild overreactions that you have?
Okay, C.J. Stroud. Listen, he's playing well. He is playing well.
Absolutely.
We should be talking more about that coaching staff. Wow, what a job that first year did with Houston.
First-year coach, first-year rookie. I mean, they have done. Yeah. I mean, they're not shying away from anything.
Yeah, we all had. I mean, I don't. Houston, they weren't a threat to win that division, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. That was impressive. An impressive season. Good for them.
Okay. What about?
And I don't think it's all the talk is C.J. Stroud. I mean, okay.
Okay. What about Kansas City? Let's look at that Kansas City game. Anything?
They're not great. The Kansas City's not good. No, they still can't catch the ball. They still got holes all over the place. The defense is playing great, but the defense should have played great in those conditions.
Sure.
And Miami played exactly as, like, if you look at the trends, they followed the trend. They can't play in that weather. And you should have tried to overthink it and outthink the trend. They're like 0-10 in cold weather. They cannot play.
What was it? Weather. Tua hasn't won a game in like less than 45 degrees.
And the Dolphins themselves are like
just the whole team.
The team. You're
not. It gets in their head. I think it gets in their head.
Yeah, you're not conditioned for that. You're playing in the South every week. Like
T-shirt and shorts, baby.
It doesn't get like this until January. It wasn't that cold up there.
Okay.
It's tough. It's tough for anybody, but. You don't want to be the Raiders playing at New England, right?
No, I know that. You can tell me about that. That's right, especially in the snow.
Right, yeah. So there are teams that you're just ready to play in that.
Did the Eagles, did they just fold? Did they quit before they even...
So here's what I recommend. It's about 28 minutes a show. I would go back to week 1. If it's your first time watching, and watch every single show again. Watch or just fast forward to the Eagles part and listen to me talk about the Eagles as I was hollering that they weren't like they finally were who I thought they were at the end. Like I was like, they are not winning this division. They are gonna fall apart.
You've been saying that.
And they didn't have their offensive coordinator was gone. Their defensive coordinator was gone. I'm like, they have holes. They're not playing well. And everything was exposed those last 7 games. They were a completely different team. Once you stop talking about the tush push or the Philly tush push, like they were not, their offensive coordinator being gone, everything made a difference. Those things.
Matt Patricia becoming defensive coordinator.
And the Lions,
get rid of him.
Well,
get rid of him.
The Lions hold on to both Glenn and Johnson.
Yes.
I mean, and everything's clicking on all cylinders.
Yes.
Filling that role is...
The Eagles quit tackling. Did you see the tackling?
Yeah,
there was no tackling. It was bad.
Yeah.
They weren't even trying.
No, they gave up. I remember, I think it was the Baltimore game where they came back and won. And it was just, it was like, how did they just keep finding a way to win games, right? And I just remember seeing Hurst on the sideline when they made the kick to go to overtime, and his face was just like, he couldn't believe it. He was exhausted. No. Like, they went through that gauntlet of tough games. They won the first 2, and that gauntlet that wore on them, and they were toast.
Okay, what about...
One more overreaction.
What about the Cowboys?
One more overreaction.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is Ben Johnson. Like, everybody's got this guy lined up to be a head coach. Listen, it is not about if you're a good offensive coordinator or you're a good defensive coordinator when you take a head coaching position. Dan Campbell is a head coach.
He's a head coach.
He didn't come from an offensive background or a defensive background. This guy's a head coach.
He's a head coach.
I don't know if I'm not saying Ben Johnson won't be a great head coach, but what I'm concerned about is us. Okay, yeah, because I'm not coach or this is a big deal. Because the head coach is not just, he's bringing his defense to, Ben Johnson's going to bring his offense to some team. It's not going to work that way. And I'm not saying Ben Johnson won't be a good head coach, again, but I am concerned right now is we had 3 drives, start the game, 75-yard drives, 3 touchdowns, amazing play calling, and then what happened? And was it the adjustments? Was it our play calling got way too conservative? Like, how do we put up 3 points in the second half? And that's not just one game. This is consistent where we go into this.
It's not just them.
Me. Yeah.
If you're up by 21, you want to be up by 42.
Yeah, it's like,
and if you want to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do not quit. You do not quit until the game is over with.
Ben Johnson's great, but I mean, for him to just be like he's going to be a great head coach, that's overreaction.
That's overreaction. Okay.
And it's a lot of me. Like, I kind of feel like I'm not trying to bang
I have been banging on McCarthy for like 3 seasons now.
Do you have an X on him already? He's not even gone yet.
He's never gone. I already put the X on him. Okay.
I gave him way too much. Yeah, I gave you a hard time for
that. That team was built for the playoffs. Now, you and I could coach that team to get to the playoffs. You get a head coach to get them to the finish line, right? Okay. They do this every single year. I mean, this is the coaching. And did you hear that I saw after the game? I think it was like Sunday at night after the game. And it was Jerry Jones' interview with him. And he goes, I had on my calendar a meeting on Monday with McCarthy, and we're going to be talking about the next week's game.
Yeah.
They overlooked the Packers.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not taking anything away from the Packers, but they overlooked they did not play the football game. Nope. Look what the Lions did. Starting out with the Rams is about as good as it gets because it forced them to be sharp, ready. I mean, you can't take them. Absolutely. Yeah,
the Packers or the Cowboys laid an egg for sure.
So who do you blame it on? The guy that owns it is the head coach.
Philly, man. Sirianni, you took your team to the Super Bowl last year. You started out, unbeatable this year, and then you just went in the tank.
Absolutely. So I mean, I know everybody gets to hear me about McCarthy and that, but
you're right. No, I'll give you. He belongs on there. I'll give you that.
It is just coach.
He does not belong on there.
I don't know about him. I mean, what about him going to the Cowboys? Belichick. I mean, could you write him for like 2 years? I'm not a Belichick fan, but maybe in a 2-year window.
You think McCarthy's gone in 3 10-win seasons, playoffs?
Oh yeah, 3 12-win seasons.
Yeah.
I don't care. He does nothing in the playoffs. No. See, Jerry goes, I only have so many ticks left on my clock here, man. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have many chances here. Oh my gosh, no. Okay,
it's funny when he says stuff like, "Oh, well, this can't be. We're the Dallas Cowboys."
All right, let's get going. I'm sorry, I've been jabberwalking too much about that.
What are we gonna do?
Oh wait, hey, no, what are we gonna do?
Serious handicapping show, right?
All right. So, brown bag.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that because here you go. Well, you probably should have took.
Well,
Dallas
I could go. I mean, Dallas after that one.
Listen, I took Dallas. I stood up here on the show and said I had Dallas in the Super Bowl. I said, I don't know if they're gonna, Green Bay might keep up. Green Bay stomped them. Like, that's brown bag city. We probably should have just both did Dallas.
Do you know who had the best defense in football this year?
And they got rolled.
They got absolutely rolled.
Yeah.
I think they overlooked the Texans.
I got to wonder if they came in a little overconfident.
I think they came in. You're absolutely right.
We're going to go down there and win this game.
Yep.
And then,
Yep, that's exactly what they did. I think they did exactly that.
Yeah, because they got,
They get smoked.
That crowd just fed the Texans you didn't have a chance. They just got rolling and they just...
Now, that's also the sign of the coaching, is that you're going to get punched in the mouth, man. You're going to get punched in the mouth. How do you react when you get punched in the mouth?
Yeah, we were talking about him Coach of the Year.
I still think he's a Coach of the Year. But that was just a bad show.
Yeah,
that was bad.
It certainly was.
Sorry, Browns fans. Man, I thought it was Lions-Browns.
Sorry. I've got like 2 Browns fans. 2 Browns fans that I'll apologize to because I feel bad for them. Because I've got some good friends that are Browns fans. But outside of them,
all right,
get out of here.
We've got 4 games. There are 7 games left total. 4 this week, 2 next week, and 1 Super Bowl.
If you're just tuning in, it's your first time watching, this is where the show gets serious.
This gets serious. This is serious.
You're about to get 4 winners on this board.
Absolutely.
Because we take this in. Because now, finally.
This is where.
Finally, the divisional round. This is the point. Now we absolutely know everything.
Now we know everything. Absolutely.
We know exactly what's going to happen in these football games.
Yes.
We know everything.
Completely agree.
We know everything.
Completely agree. Okay, let's start it out.
Guaranteed lock 5,000 star winners of the year.
You can still do the 3-team parlay too, right?
Oh, I got it. I'm locked in.
All right. Houston takes on the Ravens. Ravens by 9. That's a meaty number. Okay, they did meet in week 1. The Ravens won. Beat Houston. I mean. That game's worthless. Yeah. You can't even use that as data points anymore. Because that game is...
I want to make prediction.
Go.
Doug is going to talk about... Pheng.
We got Pheng on it. We got everybody Pheng on the board.
Yeah, welcome, Pheng. Yeah. Yes, obviously everybody knows Pheng. He is the producer of the show. He is the brains of the show. He's like, you guys, this is good pick.
He is the brain.
Doug is going to take the Texans, and he's going to talk about C.J. Stroud, and he's going to talk about him being Rookie of the Year, and he's talking about how great Stroud is, and he's going to take Houston and cover, and he's going to say, I picked the dog! And you know what? I'm going to say, you picked him wrong! Because the home crowd, Baltimore is going to throttle Houston and win this game by 2 scores.
I have been going back and forth on this a lot because Baltimore does start slow. They bye weeks, they come off, they
MVP,
start slow.
Lamar Jackson. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my gosh!
How are they going to respond to diversity when it's 14-0 out of the gate? How are they going to respond to that? There's your rookie quarterback on the road in the playoffs. It's all right. Tell us. Just go ahead and repeat what I said. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm going to go with you.
Don't change your mind and take the favorite. You know you want to take Houston.
I do want to take Houston.
You do. No, you know you want to root for Stroud. You know you want to take
I'm picking a dog.
I picked the dog. Good job. All right. A loser, but that's okay. I'm happy for you to have the courage.
One of us is going to win,
The courage to step out and do it. All right. What we got?
All right. The Chiefs take on the Bills. I love this one. First time in like about 100 years that the Chiefs have played a playoff game outside of Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Bills by 2.5. That's about right. That means it's a home field advantage, 2.5 points. It means it's a pick-up.
Who's Pheng?
Pheng likes the Bills.
Listen, this is Josh Allen's kryptonite, right?
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen's kryptonite.
Tell you what, though, that home crowd in Buffalo, and again, Bills Mafia, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Dude,
that is a lock.
They're not
winning
playing
that
Pittsburgh.
Game.
This is not
winning.
Pittsburgh that they're playing.
No, Pittsburgh has wide receivers that can catch the ball.
But they don't have a quarterback to throw the wide receiver to.
Okay, what if you can't catch the ball? It doesn't matter. Mahomes, this is their Bills. This is Lock City.
This one is easy. I'm going to take another dog. Yeah. Look at this. I'm taking the second dog.
I'm going to feel so bad if you take
2 dogs. This one is easy. I should have made this a Kool-Aid pick.
How'd we go? All right.
I should have made
Saturday,
this a Kool-Aid
Sunday,
pick.
so you put
we're just going this side and then we'll go
okay.
that side.
Yeah. Well, I like to let everybody know this is the game on Saturday. Usually
it's Saturday game.
Sunday.
This is Sunday night, so
right.
we finished with that one. Yeah, that's true.
Well, then Sunday afternoon, you got that.
Sunday afternoon,
okay.
yeah. Okay,
right.
this
so
Saturday.
This is going to be Sunday,
right.
Sunday. It's all confusing. People are going to look at the board and be like, what's going on? There's no rhyme or what's happening?
It is. It's the NFC, this AFC. This is the early game, this is the late. That's all it is. That's all you need to know right there. Okay, how about this one? The Packers take on the 49ers. 49ers, 9.5 points. Let's see here. Home, 49ers like 5-3. So that's not a great record on a team like that. Right. Packers are 4-5. Hey, the thing about the Packers is they started the season, 3-6, but then they finished 6-2. So I mean, they didn't really. They're not playing anybody great, but you gotta give Jordan Love credit, man. I mean, he's throwing some darts. He's looking like a quarterback.
Yeah. San Francisco's got a little bit better defense.
They get a little bit better defense. Yep.
Does San Francisco go, yay, we get to play the Packers instead of the Cowboys?
No, I think they want the Cowboys. I think they want because they get the Cowboys number. They know the Cowboys.
So
they know to beat the Cowboys.
This is as
all right. Yeah. We'll just throw it out there because Pheng's not here to defend himself. So Pheng is going to go with the 49ers. What say you, Mr.
The Packers
prognosticator?
They did everything right, and they loved
They did.
Well.
That's a good.
Well.
That is a good way of putting it.
Ran the ball well.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's
a real good way of putting it.
And San Francisco, I always underestimate them. Like, how quickly does this thing get? The way that I saw, so usually during the regular season, it gets to this point where the teams that are down have this ability to fight back into the game.
Yeah.
And I did not see that in any of the blowouts where the team had that ability to fight. You get finished off.
Yeah.
And there's a different mentality. Like, the Lions didn't do it, and they almost let them. But that was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
But if Green Bay gets down, do they have the fight to get back? And it's the same thing in this one. Is it going to come down? Man, San Francisco's good. I know who I'm picking. I just don't know how.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick the Packers just because of the 9.5 points. Just because of the 9. Give me the 9.5 points. Remember what I said last week? Yeah. We were talking about the Packers and Dallas. I said the Packers are like a toy poodle on your pant leg. You can't get them off. They're to play the exact same way. Give me that 9.5 points.
You know what you can do?
What's that?
A toy poodle, though? Is just step on it. And then it doesn't
We don't want to offend toy poodle fans
out there. I'm going to go with
there.
another favorite, and I'm going to take San Francisco to go ahead and cover this. Because here's the thing. These are playoff games. I always say, if you're struggling, holy smokes, this is really happening here.
Yeah,
this has been a struggle. This season's been a struggle for me.
Okay,
I've struggled. I'm now 2 games below 500, right?
I think.
Did I get over on 500? Whew.
I think my average for picking dogs every week is 2.5. Okay, I've already picked 3 dogs. I've got 3 dogs. Out of 4 games, I've got 3 dogs. Which is
introduce this last week.
Oh, you don't want to do this? You don't want to? Okay. Yeah. Baker Mayfield heads to Ford Field, take on, what was it?
Forward down the field and
that's
game.
Right, yeah, that's right. The Lions by 6.5. Okay, Lions are 6-2 at home. Bucks are 5-4 away, so it's kind of, that's about right. The Lions did beat the Bucks in Week 6. I think that was so long ago, you really can't use that as a data point necessarily. They beat them. It was in Tampa. What say you? We'll throw Pheng out there first. Pheng is going with.
Let's just keep like.
Pheng's going with the Lions. Pheng's going with the Lions.
The Lions just aren't beating anybody's. Yes, they are. They're going to do it today.
Here's another data point.
This week in the NFL playoffs, divisional round, 4 games, 4 favorites. They all covered. that all the favorites cover.
Here's
this
another
week.
data point, though.
If you can't beat them, join them.
The Bucks, like their last half of the season, when they do lose, they only lose by about 6 points. So that so you're.
Are you these home crowds? This place is going to be so electric. It is so hard to recover when you get down and the fans are still just rocking out. Like, man, it's going to be tougher to play in Detroit than in Tampa. You're going Kool-Aid pick 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
Oh, we already know the
do
Kool-Aid.
that.
I didn't realize that the Kool-Aid pick hadn't come out yet. The Kool-Aid pick hadn't even come out yet.
You're going to pick up.
Are they going to cover this? Are they going to cover this? Is this a win?
Cover it.
So this is going to be my only win out of the 4.
If it is your only win out of the 4,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's right. There you go, folks. It's a Kool-Aid pick.
Baltimore gets up and rolls. I like it. I think Baltimore gets ahead and they roll. I think Buffalo handles Kansas City. San Francisco's going to get up and roll. I
was wondering if you're going to pick up on that. I didn't do the Kool-Aid pick yet.
Yeah, I didn't. You still shocked me. I still didn't even I didn't even realize. I'm like, oh yeah, the Kool-Aid pick.
You're going to do it. Okay. We still have 4 games, which means that we can pull off a Caro's 3-team parlay.
This is my last one. I got to hit this one. I'm right out of the gate going Baltimore, or Buffalo, because that's
You're going to go Buffalo?
Buffalo's got it.
Go
Stroud,
completely against
you
me.
scare me. Lions are going to cover.
There you go.
All right. San Francisco's going to get up, and they're going to cover.
So we got the Bills, we've got the Lions, and we got the 49ers.
Yeah, there you go.
On any given week, that
Under
is
10.
winning.
Hold on. If you're playing, you got to get this game under 10. This game goes over 10. I don't like it. That's too much. I'd stay off.
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. I see
I
what
like
you're
this
saying.
game under
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
So if you're like on Sunday, this thing moved to 10 and a half. Don't stick with Carl's 3-team parlay because this is going off of this.
This is Tuesday
Same thing with
night.
the Lions. This thing goes over a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'll like it.
Yeah.
This thing could go to 9, and I'll take Buffalo.
This is Tuesday night,
Yeah.
and this has been all day like 9.5. It's been
If
fun.
it goes the other way.
So we don't have data like any injuries, but there have been really any big
No, it's going to be
injuries.
fun football. It's going to be good.
It's going to be awesome, is what it's going to be.
Yeah, this is going to
be
set
absolutely
up
awesome.
a Buffalo at Baltimore, and it's going to set up Detroit at San Francisco. Boy, would I love Green Bay to win this game. You know what? Listen, man, I just want Green Bay to win this game because I want the Lions to have the home. That's why I'm picking San Francisco, but I put them in the 3-team parlay because it's a lock. They're going to roll. I ain't worried about it.
It's the Lions can have all the home games. You're right.
Down the field and
But
gain a
they
Lions
got to win their
victory.
damn game first,
Take
right?
us home.
They got to win their game
Yes,
first.
we got to beat Tampa. Yeah,
And then they'll know on Saturday night if, what their
they'll know
prognosis is,
already,
right?
yeah, they'll know,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
They'll know after the game. So, we're going to get this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all that sort of stuff.
You know it. Let's go, guys. Share the show.
That's
Yep,
right.
yep.
Tell us about your wild,
We've got
reactions.
2 more awesome shows coming up. We're going to deliver winners.
We got the
championship games and the Super Bowl show, which is always fun.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's always fun.
We're always
Absolutely.
locked in by them, but then we know everything.
Tell us who you like in these 4 games. I love it. This is, oh my gosh, this is what it goes to do.
It's kind of embarrassing. I took the 4 favorites.
I know.
4
You
big
did.
favorites. Like, what's going on?
did.
I'm
You
telling
took
these
the big
home crowds.
points.
I did.
You gave up the points.
It has been the year of the favorite. That's why I was saying it's been the year of the favorite, and we're going to see it. We're going to see it come to fruition this weekend. It has just been. It's taken me a long time for the algorithm to adjust to the favorites, and this time it just spewed out. Carl, run with it, and I had to.
Okay, one of us is going to go 4-4. The other one's going to go 1-3.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
Going to be all right. So, what do we say,
Guys,
at the
listen.
end of every show?
Enjoy some football. Pick some winners.
You got it. Have a great divisional round weekend. It's going to be fun, man.
Let's do it.
Hey, we'll see you. Bye.